Carissa from Oahu, Malia Manuel from Kauai, looking for a spot into the semifinals. There'll be 30-minute heats scored on their top two, with a chance to go all the way today. Kieran Perot, our commissioner, saying he's hoping to put the Roxy Pro final out in the lineup. First time they're matching up here in the southwest of France. First wave of the morning, Carissa Moore. Beautiful drawn out carve, plenty of open face to work with. Meets it high off the lip on the second move. Bowling up quickly. She'll hang on to that carve as that wave went off speed. Belts it off the lip, looking to slam the inside corner. Gets her board out of the water and pulls it off. So a couple of tricky sections, but good just to see a taste of the conditions today. She was lethal in the lefts yesterday in a round 3 matchup, and she'll take the lead against Malia to start.
Dreamy wave to begin the day, Joe, but the thing that baffled me is that Malia Manuel was nowhere near. She was sitting about 50 yards away from Carissa, so giving Carissa unconditional right away here to kick things off. And that's kind of a dangerous thing to do, especially the kind of form that Carissa was in. A little bit of a mistake on that big backside maneuver, but then fixed it up nicely through the inside and finishing strong. So Carissa Moore, as she always does, draws first blood and applies a lot of pressure straight away. She's looking sharp here this morning, Joe.
In the middle of a heat just to change the outcome. Malia Manuel now will answer to the 7. There's that clean arc. Fades down to the bottom, jams it. Right in the pockets, has a lip to hit now. Nice it off the top and stays on her feet. 3-turn combination. Almost breathe and then exhale. All of a sudden when you're going up, you see the lip to hit and it'll get really slopey at the last second. What happened to Malia here?
Well, I mean, beautiful clean wave here for Malia. Just, you know, repositioning back into the power source again. A nice little snap right there, and then a very important finish here. Snaps it and then free fall. So that inside bowl, it's kind of, with that being so close to the beach, you can create a little bit of drama with that last maneuver. And I think Malia did that. Nice opening turn from Malia Manuel. I love the backhand attack from her. Another beautiful snap, and then finishing off strong through the inside. So I think to beat Carissa, the recipe is beyond the best waves.
Was able to seal the deal in that inside corner to just drill it off the top. Here comes Carissa Moore. Oh, and slips off on the opening section. Carissa just fell off her second effort right into a third opportunity now. Lands that backside turn, but didn't like how full that wave was getting. And she'll be paddling right behind Malia Manuel for priority. So just taking that wave, only a 1 maneuver option, takes her out of the takeoff zone. That'll cost her that priority decision. Always fun to hang out with Riss and see what she's been up to behind the scenes. Having a blast here with her husband once again, Luke, who's been hanging out with her and having some fun in between heats. Important wave right now being ridden by Malia Manuel. Little backhand hook. Jams it in that inside section right on the sand. She'll step off. So 7.0 start for Malia Manuel. It's been the fight for the backup numbers with now 13 minutes to go.
Kind of controlling that. But then Carissa kind of baited her and sort of almost sold her on this one. Whether it was a good wave to pick or not, I don't think so. Didn't have a lot of vertical face, so it was a lot more of a horizontal turns. I don't think it's going to come anywhere close to her opening ride, but you talked about it, the battle of the backups, and I think that's going to be the important battle right here. And at the moment, Malia, 3.33, sneaks ahead.
Yeah, big difference from the 7-point ride. Really just on the look of the open face spots, just completely flat, forced her to stay horizontal, didn't really get the lip to hit. It's up to Carissa if she wants it. More committing to this left. Needs a 3.33 to take the lead. Backhand carve, nice rail work, second hook. Timing the lip before it goes flat. Now she'll just S her way through this little inside part of the wall, blasting it off the coping. Great timing for Carissa on the final move. Just putting herself in the right place at the right time.
You know, you got to have a little bit of luck come your way to have that priority when the good ones hit that bank, and Carissa Moore nailed this one. Beautiful opening maneuver, throwing a lot of spray out the back of the wave. I love when she extends that back leg and twists that upper part of the body, pivots off that back foot. And watch this inside bowl here, Joe. Stands up nicely, and Carissa manages to connect beautifully with one big turn. started strong, filled in the gaps, finished strong. Can't do any better than that. I think that's going to rival that 7-point ride that she opened up with. Search and development constantly.
No, it's so true. Watching this, paddling into a fun-looking left. This is Carissa Moore, fresh off the 5.33. 2 big turns already off the lip. Third one. Jams it nice and tight in the pocket for a 4th time. Looks like she's got room for a 5th hack before it goes into that end section on the beach. 6 minutes on the clock. Carissa putting pressure underneath Malia's priority.
It probably was half the size of the set rides, but the set waves. But watch how it stands up. It just offers her that lip line. Starts off nicely, and then as it hits that bank, it gives her that opportunity to go right up into the lip and make each turn nice and critical. 3, 4 beautiful maneuvers all the way through the inside. Finishes strong. And I like the way she rode out of that and didn't look for too much at the end. Finishing off on her feet, which is really important. But there's that classic, you don't need the set waves to score those big points. I think this is going to be one of the best waves of the heat. Some big snaps there from Carissa. Just time and time again. I love that beautiful bottom turn and the upper body pivots, extending that back leg. Watch those fins popping out on the bottom turn. That means she's putting a lot of pressure on that back foot, a lot of power into each maneuver. And this is going to really crank it up for Malia. She's going to need a big score after that exchange.
Without priority, closer to the inside. This is what Malia's been waiting for. A set she saw coming a minute ago. First section's going to keep her behind and take her out of the event. Malia Manuel leads with that high 7 to the low score of a 3.33. Carissa Moore off and running into the semifinals. Kicked off early with the 7, but adapted to these conditions. Spots the 7.67. It was fun to watch.
Yeah, it was, and a sign of things to come maybe. You've got all these other competitors sitting on the beach watching, saying, hey, you don't need the set waves. You've got to catch those inside ones and drop big bombs. And that's what the champ did.
Quarter 2 coming up next with Courtney Conlog taking on Joanne.